If a person is not able to cross this bridge of Sirat and they still need purification, they will fall into the hellfire and they will burn. How is the hellfire? There will be no death. There will be no medicine. There will be no medication. There will be no relief. There will be no support. There will be no break. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the hellfire in the Quran, and the descriptions are vivid. Similarly, the people's flesh will burn off until it's muscle, and the muscle will burn off until it's fat. The fat will burn off and the bones will burn off. There will be nothing but a soul, and the soul will burn. And the flesh and the muscle and the fat and all of that will be reclothed again, and it will continue to do that and burn. That is just the environment. Like if a person goes to Saudi Arabia, it's 110 degrees. They're not talking about their affairs in Saudi Arabia, what they are doing in Saudi Arabia, what's their daily life like, what's their schedule like. None of those things. Just the environment is 110 degrees. That's just the environment. The hellfire, the environment is just burning until your soul is left and then coming back together. That's not the actual affairs of what's going on in hellfire. That's just the environment. That's the temperature. What's going on? People are being ripped into half, ripped into pieces. They go for something to drink. They go to drink from the hamim, and they lift up something to drink from this cup, and it burns their hands to the bones, and they still pour this into their mouth, and it comes out of their entrails and burns their entire insides. And then they're brought to another place. Meanwhile, their skin and their flesh is burning consistently and coming back. That's just the environment, not the actual affairs of what's going on in the punishments. Just the environment. How long does this happen? 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 20 years, 25 years, 60 years? No. Tens of thousands and thousands, tens and tens of thousands of years. What is this for? Purification. Because he believed in Allah, but he lived a trifling, foul, filthy life. And he didn't purify his heart before he died. He believed in Allah, and he lived a foul life. He didn't purify himself before he died. So he has to get purified in this stage. It's not worth it. If you look at the time span that we're measuring, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, if a person has gone through all those stages and they've been purified through the hellfire, then they'll go through a river and they'll be put into paradise in the end. If they believe in Allah. If they don't believe in Allah, there is no paradise for them. Just an eternity of punishment. How lucky are we that at least we're the people who believe in Allah. At least. But none of us want to go through the purification in the hellfire. None of us want to go through the purification in the punishments of the grave or the suffering on the day of judgment. None of us want to go through the purification at the time of death, when the angel of death comes in a very frightening form and violently rips the soul out of the body. None of us want to go through that, or the purification in this life at the time of death, through a 7-year sickness, bedridden, amputated limbs, sick, humiliated, in pure pain. Doctors trying to give you morphine to stop the punishment or the purification of Allah. Doctors trying to give you morphine to stop the purification of Allah. Nobody wants to be in that situation. So these little tests, these little situations where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends us messengers from our family, our community, our peers, our dreams, little messages saying, this is bad, you need to change this now. You need to fix this, clean this up, stop doing this, stop being like that. Change the way you are, be better. These little messages are a chance to purify ourselves before we are purified, because we are people who believe in Allah already. There's no escaping. Now, either we purify ourselves or we'll be purified. Now, either we purify ourselves, we take ourselves to account, or we'll be taken to account.